Who are you guys?
We are Floral Portraits.
Floral Portraits. So where's everybody from?
I'm from Atlanta.
I'm also from Atlanta, East Point.
I'm from Columbus, Georgia. I'm from Elberton, Georgia.
Nice. So can we go to...
I went to a fair there, I think.
Really? I've never heard of it.
They have a fair, I'm pretty sure there's monkeys that ride, I think dogs there. Yeah, it's crazy.
I've seen
Dogs at the fair?
Yeah, and monkeys. Yeah.
Monkeys too?
And they're yep, it's wild. It's Elberton. Anyways, that's what I do.
Oh my god, no. But can we go down the line of everybody and you say your name and what instrument you play in the band?
Sure. I'm Freeman. I play the bass.
I'm Jason, and I play the piano and sing and write the songs.
Yes.
And that's about it.
Miller, I play some of the wind instruments in the band.
my name's Jake. I'm an Aquarius.
Hey.
I sing and I play the steel guitar.
Louder.
Nice. So how did you guys find each other and create Floral Portraits?
Tell him, Jason.
Yeah, it was
Spicy story.
He brought the...
one fateful day in Athens, Georgia. I was at a record fair where Marching Banana had a record fair going on. Drew Kirby, who's a friend of mine and Jake's, he said, hey, if you're looking to make music like the Beach Boys, you should talk to Jake Chisnell. And so that night I messaged him on Facebook, and then we were friends ever since.
It's true.
So through Jake, I met Freeman, who's,
I've been playing with Jake for many years.
and then through school, actually, I met Miller. We went to music school together.
University.
Saxophone. And yeah, I kind of assembled everybody from all these mutual friends I have, and we got together and did the songs.
Nice. Love that. So I heard you say Beach Boys, and that is the first thing I thought about when I listened to you guys' album was Beach Boys.
We wear it on our sleeve.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes. So what genre would you guys classify your music as?
I mean, it's all under the umbrella of pop music, but lately I've been calling it baroque pop.
That's my favorite, by the way. If you didn't say it, I was going to say
no
it.
one would just say we're just pop, but like, we've been saying baroque pop recently, I think. It's good.
Yeah, because I think it's different than just like regular pop.
Oh,
it's not like
yeah.
Katy Perry, Britney Spears. It's
No,
like...
I mean, it kind of is like toxic.
I can see that.
Just more whimsical.
A little more harpsichord.
Yeah, no, definitely. So what is you guys' favorite song off of your self-titled Floral Portraits?
That's real good. Do you want to go down the line?
Sure.
I didn't think of mine.
Wow.
I know mine.
Yeah.
Spectacle in Paisley Park.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the best song. It's very beautiful, great lyrics, and I don't know, just like the register of where everything's like playing in that slow.
So I, many of the songs I like see as objectively better or good, but my favorite to listen to is Sunset Stroll.
Take a stand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would side with Miller and say Spectacle in Paisley Park as well, mainly because I really like the chord progression that I came up with, and it was just one of the hardest ones to record, which made it the most fulfilling.
I think, obviously my favorite song is the one I wrote about my partner, Betsy. But the one that I turn the most often to is definitely Waves. I think the first time that Jason sent me that song, I was just in tears. It has just one of the most succinct and beautiful little choruses I can think of, and I love it so much.
Yes, that was the first song I listened to, but it was only because my name is Waves.
Right.
But I loved it
We
too.
actually wrote it for you.
So what are some challenges that you guys have faced as a band so far?
The drive to Athens.
Drive time.
Making it
every other
yeah.
gigs, the drive to Athens. Also, with the sheer amount of people in this band, it's very hard to get together for practices. But we make do.
And when we were recording, a lot of that was during the pandemic, and there's like 30 people who play on the album.
Right.
And
so 16,
the
17.
initial plan was to like have as many of them in the room at the same time as
Right.
possible, but then pandemic, and we had to do kind of one at a time.
Yeah, and the very first time we got together after COVID, it was like right around the time everyone was getting the vaccines. We took a string quartet in the studio, and then we all got COVID that night. So it was just like such a bummer. So we ended up doing all the instruments one by one after that. Even up until now, we still do like that because it's just really hard to get a ton of people together and not get sick.
Especially when you're not paying them.
We'll talk about this later.
I do anything for Jason for free. I was on that note too. I feel like, well, actually, one thing that I thought was going to be a larger challenge than it was, still challenging, was putting the amount of people onto a stage or certain stages.
Right. So how many people would you say is
So
in?
we've actually concocted a way to kind of change depending on what stage we're on, but it could be anywhere from like 6 to
I think
11 was our.
11
was
our
11 the
max.
max?
I think it was 11.
Because maybe I thought it was like 14 or something.
I
Some of us
remember-
were on the floor.
I remember seeing you guys perform,
Yeah.
like just a video though, because G has sent it to me, and
It's
it literally looked like an orchestra. Like you guys look like a whole symphony of people.
For sure. Yeah. If I could hire a whole orchestra, I definitely would. But that's just not on the budget right now.
We get there. We'll get there. Definitely.
R.I.P. Bandcamp.
Oh,
Our last hope.
So, if you guys could open for any music artist, any genre, who would it be?
Maybe we've already done this.
Oh yeah, we did get to open for Of Montreal.
No, this project.
Oh yeah, that's
Our
true.
French
Yeah.
project. So it's an art unit.
Some of us also play in another group called Sunset Honor Unit, and we got to open for Kevin Barnes in Of Montreal, who is just, again, it's like Brian Wilson, Kevin Barnes. It can kind of change from day to day. Usually BW has it, but Kevin's very special to us.
BW, we're on a BW basis.
Also, I would love to open for PLG Magazine. You think
Oh,
about
they're
that
great.
band?
They're great,
Freeman? They're very similar to us as well. I can't, not off the top of my head, I can't think of anything.
Van Halen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
AC/DC. One of my faves.
Yeah, people that really get the whimsy.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, what has been you guys' most memorable show to date, and what made it so special?
Such a good question.
Ooh, that's a really good question.
My favorite, I don't know why it was actually, but there was something about the one that we did with the Earl.
Yeah.
That was, one, it was the Earl, and I will say, I've seen a lot of shows there, and a lot of different shows there, but I haven't quite seen anything like Floral, especially something that was like as big. I mean, we brought the whole like scene basically minus a few strings
Yeah,
maybe.
good
Oh, no, did we do all the strings too?
Yeah, we
For
did
that?
full strings.
Yeah, so
for that one.
pack that little stage, and then, but there was something about being on there, like I couldn't really see the crowd, and the sound on stage was like, it was just really nice, and that was one of the times that we played that I felt like everything was like super locked in. Like it was very just like, it was one of the few shows where I forgot that I was playing a show, which is cool. I like that.
Yeah.
So I really like
It's
that
kind
one.
of
I don't know
just
why that one stuck
random
out.
chance that we get all locked in because we don't really rehearse as much as you would think we do.
That's strange.
But sometimes it's just a good night and we're all just like in tune with each other.
Yeah.
And we're all just like feeling it. So that one was really
That one
good.
felt
Night. My favorite was the Hendershots album release show.
I was there.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Great.
Sweet.
Amazing.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was real fun. We got the
Sound was
vibraphone
awesome.
player, Paul Stevens, on stage. That was amazing. He just sounded so great. He was improvising a lot of that set too. So
Patrick is a
It's
great
a lot of-
sound guy there too.
yeah, exactly.
I will say that was probably the best sound. It's like,
And it's just like there was just so many good moments on that show that we didn't plan that were just completely just like improvised or like me ranting about something that just like seemed really. It seemed like it all kind of went together in this beautiful way, and you know, it feels really good when that happens. When we don't plan it, but just something magical happens.
Right.
I do want to go kind of tie in an old question, not to rant, to this one, which was for honorable mention of favorite tune. I don't think it's a tune, but it's Jason does this like interlude monologue Well, it's a poem. And then he does,
Yeah.
and then he also does it with the tape recorder, and he went off on at the Hander Shots one. It was sweet as hell. It was great, but I've always, like, even the last time they did it at the Cena, I forgot that happened, and then when it started happening, I forgot how much.
I didn't even know if I was gonna do it or not.
I enjoy it. No, it's just great. I think that's part of what makes it great. It's just very like, it's an honest little like monologue.
Yeah.
It's nice letting her live. That's runner up favorite.
We should do these more often.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't talk to him otherwise. Yeah, it's strictly business.
So tying into what you just said about your favorite part of certain performances, what's your guys' favorite song to perform? What song do you generally enjoy?
Portrait V for me, definitely.
Yeah.
Just because it's so bouncy, it's one of our faster numbers. It has this improvised solos in it, and Jake does a killer vocal on it. There's tremolo strings on that too, which just like really to make it take off in that third verse or so. So yeah,
I love playing Winter Isolation. I feel like that one's slightly different each time we do it, and like last time at Cine, it kind of like naturally had this like fade and growing back, and it's always really fun and unique. And
That was great lyrics.
yeah, that was fun to see there. I couldn't hear you guys, but it was great.
Yeah, it's fun.
Are there any upcoming projects that you guys are working on that we should be on the lookout for?
Oh, we got a lot.
It's been a busy year.
On this couch,
Floral.
we have
Floral and individually, really, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we're working on our second album right now, very early stages, but you know, we're doing it all in Athens as well at the Glow, so we drive a lot back and forth.
Okay.
We have several demos together. I mean, everyone on this couch has at least 3 or 4 different bands they play in, so we could go through the line.
Start listing them out.
I say list them, do it.
A mutual band that me and Jake play in, and now Miller.
And now
I know I play. I just have a bunch of
we just.
Yeah. So that was a big one, and gosh, I mean, again, as you said, we all have different irons in the fire.
Jake has DeLorean Gray going on.
Freeman, extensive body of solo work. Got a debut.
You just heard
new music video
what Freeman's got going on.
Yeah.
He just kind of rolls up, does some bossa on bass. It's just kind of his deal.
yeah, my main iron in the fire right now is a collaboration I'm working on with a classical Pakistani singer, Fazan Ali Khan. So that's my main focus right now.
That sounds
besides
exciting.
the Floral
That
Portraits.
sounds really exciting.
I play in a group. I play in 2 other groups too. One called Canary Fair, which we're about to record a record as
I've
well.
heard of them.
Canary Fair? Yeah, Patrick's the guy who runs Rapid Recording out of Athens.
Mm-hmm.
Pulls in a lot of people that way, and he's one of my very good friends, and also one of my most well-connected friends too. So I've actually landed into a lot of the things that I've been able to land into because of Patrick. Canary Fair is a group that we're in. It's a lot of fun. It's like psychedelic groove. And then my other group, my longest running band is Misnomer. It's like an all-horn band. But we have actually, we're playing with MISO. It's a youth orchestra here in Atlanta. One of our members wrote a piece for basically the horns and an orchestra, and so we're performing that in 2 weeks.
Yes.
So
Is that open to the public?
It's gonna be yes, I think so. I think it's free. It's at the Georgia Tech concert hall, and I don't remember the name of that guy, but there's.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like the one that they have. But yeah, we'll be doing that in 2 weeks, and that's exciting. And then we also have some recording projects coming up for that. So
That's super
Lots of
exciting. Yeah.
We're keeping busy.
Right.
And
Super busy,
yeah,
everybody.
Very busy. Yeah.
So, do we have like 2 more? Yeah. So, any advice for any up and coming bands? I know you guys are still up and coming, but people who are either in your shoes or people younger or people who haven't even started a band who want to get together and start one.
I got 2 really good pieces of advice. One, just keep going, no matter what, because so many bands just break up or something happens or people quit music because it's frustrating or there's a lot of hurdles. And if you just keep going, then your band never breaks up because you're going to keep going.
Because you just keep going.
Right.
And then that's how you're going to get the most recorded music, is how you're going to get the most gigs, is if you're actually a band and you're actually together.
Right.
Second piece of advice is, I don't know, I forgot. But maybe we should.
It's a good one.
jump in. Just to follow the music that you hear in your head that your heart tells you to chase after, not to worry about, oh, what's someone
Like
gonna
the
like
trends.
this? Yeah, just to, and I've found even like playing, I mean, obviously once you have a significant body of work, you can start playing some gigs and focusing on trying to open for certain bands, but really just like be in your own world and create your world first as a foundation before you start trying to go off and make moves on the scene or anything.
Well, watch
I think
this
that's
one.
a lot of us have in common, or all of us have in common at this couch, is that we all just kind of exist in our own little musical worlds, and when we come together, it's just like
Next World War II.
it just makes it really great. Yeah.
Go.
I got a couple kids' record labels are just banks. They just give you loans, so I really wouldn't sweat it.
Self-release.
Yeah, self-release.
I couldn't name a record label right now.
Capital.
Ah, shit. So that's a big one.
Eat your greens.
Eat your greens.
Yeah.
I would say, whenever
He's
you
super
feel.
tall. I mean, look at him.
Yeah.
Word to the wise.
If you're ever in a rut, I would say try out a different instrument. Open up your perspective a little bit, especially as writers. There's nothing more refreshing than just going to something brand new. You will feel like a little kid again. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Oh, a second piece of advice was to just play with as many people as possible.
Yes.
Stay connected.
We can learn so much so fast, even if you're not like in a band with them, or if you're not, recording with them actively. Just play around with them, just jam, and we'll try to learn as much as you can.
My only one. No, I got two actually. Practice for like a few years, but never do it again. Just keep playing gigs. I'm joking. Just figure it out.
Seems hard for you.
The real one is. This sounds kind of cliche, but like for real, like just remember to like with bands in particular. Like aside from music, every band functions in their own way. Each people work in their own way, but always like keep it fun and keep it light.
Yeah,
because
that's a good one.
nobody wants to dread showing up to a practice. Nobody wants to dread showing up to a gig or anything. Like wherever that is, there's beef, squash it. I don't know. Like it's just like always keeping things light. That's why like Floral Portraits is great too. It's just like anytime showing up, like these are the nicest guys I know. Like literally scarily nice to me.
It's a little
And
creepy
it's
sometimes.
no, it's sweet. It's sweet. Like I really look forward to these things, and because I look forward to them, we do them more often, and we get better. And it's
Just
more productive in that
check
way.
who you are as a person before a musician. Like,
Yeah.
if you're a good person, more people will want to work with you.
That's true.
Yeah, most people are in bands, or at least at this stage, most people are in bands because they're their friends. And
And everyone's
they like
good.
those
Like
people.
everyone's pretty good at their instrument. Everyone's good, but like, are they good people? Are they good to hang out with? Like
the
that's
hang is
difference.
so
The
vital.
hang.
very
The hang is so vital.
The hang. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be breaking guitars on stage or something.
Unless it's fun.
Unless
And everyone-
you have a
unless
good
that's
time.
what I'm saying.
Right, I'm like, unless everyone has
Unless it's
agreed.
fun. I could get behind that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems fun.
There's an asterisk by everything.
Yeah. Don't know your band.
So, any final thoughts, guys?
Just in general.
Just in general. Anything.
I want to just
Live
go
what you
ahead
love.
and give a big old shout out to just like Jason in general. This is a passion project with Jason, I think.
Wouldn't be
And
without you.
it's a lot of like songwriting collaboration between Jake and Jason, all that, and but getting involved in this in the first place, like Jason was the one that at least I got a call from to come into the studio at the Glow in Athens and record some stuff, and then like 2 or 3 years later get the same call from Jason like, hey, we're gonna do some practices and do some gigs. And Jason really has brought together a small little community here that I think normally I would like maybe cross paths with, but not get so close with. So
No, all in one band. Maybe.
not all in one band, maybe. I don't know.
I really
Anyways,
appreciate
big
that.
shout out Jason.
Aw.
For his-
So, one last question. I almost forgot.
Yeah.
So, who's your favorite punk or rock band?
Ooh.
I
Oh,
can't
man,
start
that's
this.
really.
It's tough.
My mom did raise me on the Sex Pistols for better or for worse.
For better.
Yeah, I got to do a whole Nevermind the Bollock set from front to back end for like a one-off show. That was like definitely like a bucket list thing for me. I enjoyed the hell out of that.
I was like a big Black Flag fan for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Black Flag.
I mean, obviously the Ramones as well, because it's like,
Yeah.
I'm a big Beatles fan, and that's kind of like the garage rock version of the Beatles.
Mhm.
So like, that stuff speaks to me. But yeah,
Like Bad Brains. Was it in Bad Brains?
Mm.
It was from like skating videos and shit that got me into it in the first place. But
Go muy bien.
We love Muy Bien.
yeah.
And may I just say, Atlanta has an incredible history of hardcore and punk. It is definitely worth digging into if that interests you. I would say Neon Christ is a really awesome jumping off point for learning about Atlanta's hardcore punk history.
tight.
Okay, you guys have to play kind of quietly because we have to sing without microphones.
I always play quiet.
Sweet. All right. 1, 2,